Welcome back, YouTube, to It's Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got another video today about the fat acceptance, the body positivity movement. This is a video showing how actually unhealthy it is and how some of these influencers actually try to become healthy and then their audience turns on them. So please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get to the chow. It's chow time, guys.
Weight loss is hard and it sucks, and to have your community turn on you like that because you want to better yourself.
Not only have I chosen to remain fat and happy instead of thin and miserable, but I also don't care if it puts me at high risk of heart disease and diabetes.
I do not allow intentional weight loss on my page.
See, we were talking about how men aren't part of this movement. There are men that are part of this movement. They just don't care about being picked or anything. They only care about being unhealthy and no one picking on them for being unhealthy.
Being forced to lose weight for medical reasons is not body positive.
You guys hear that? Medical reasons. So if the doctor told you you need to lose weight or you're gonna die, you're not being positive enough.
You know, I've already lived a lot of life, trust me. And if I were to die tomorrow...
I keep on having to pause it. I lived enough life already. She's 36. She's happy to die tomorrow. That's ridiculous.
I wouldn't regret it.
If you are losing weight because you want to feel better, be in less pain, be healthier, all of these things, that's fatphobic.
What the fuck are these things? And why does it make it fatphobic?
The idea that fat people are promoting obesity is nonsense.
Little tiny rolls, that's okay. Arms that jiggle, that's okay.
The idea that fat people...
The idea that they think people like looking at these things, or men, I don't know if women or men enjoy these obscenities.
are promoting obesity is nonsense.
For my wild exercise, I choose this brownie. Such a workout.
Did she say working out was eating the brownie? What the fuck?
The idea that fat people are promoting obesity is nonsense.
Oh, goddamn.
Don't assume that weight loss is going to benefit your health in any way, because there's no evidence to support that.
No evidence, guys.
There's
no
of course
evidence.
no evidence whatsoever if you actively choose to simply ignore all the evidence presented to you. But hey, don't let a minor thing such as logic or...
Look at this woman. Like, she can't even turn over. There's someone that has to help her do simple tasks. Simple tasks that people... It's like that are necessary to live a normal life.
reason stop you from ruining the lives of millions of people by pretending as if there's nothing wrong with being obese. Now remember, what I've just shown you is only the very tip of the insanity iceberg that is body positivity and fat acceptance on social media, and is being super destructive, especially for people that are actually living a real and unfiltered fat life.
Society should love you no matter what, blah, 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 but they like to gloss over the fact that being overweight will kill you.
Yep.
But ultimately, I started developing problems with my lower tummy because it had a lot of loose skin, a lot of fat, and underneath I started developing infections.
That just sounds so bad. That you're so big and your folds under your belly are so big that it's giving you infections because you're not able to clean properly or able to like take care of that area properly. That's ridiculous, people.
Yes, I am unhappy with my fat body. I was and am in pain. Like my feet hurt, my lower back hurts. When I was 20 pounds heavier, my knees hurt.
I just want to get this out because no one ever talks about this. I don't see fat people being like, this fucking sucks, bro.
Man, I got up to like 305 pounds. And that's a lot, man. It takes a toll on your body. And so...
Now, before we dive into this giant pile of that is called body positivity, I will state that like most movements, the body positivity movement actually did start out as a very good thing.
I agree. Like, a slightly bigger, curvier women was what it was for, and just for disability or people with disability. But the obese people, like, I don't want to say ran with it, I'll just say roll with it.
Before social media came along and totally destroyed it. What was initially meant as a movement of inclusion of marginalized bodies has now become the very definition of a toxic cult.
And what has happened is any plus size person who's ever lost weight in this space has been viciously attacked by this community.
I do not believe.
It makes sense. The only reason it makes sense is because any community that you're in, that you're building or that you built a following for, then all of a sudden you change 180 of whatever content or whatever you're doing. Most people don't like that. I mean, I do understand that you're trying to be healthier and, you know, things like that. But when you built your following around being fat and pushing this certain agenda, and then all of a sudden you change, just people don't like that. So I can understand why you lose followers and people would get upset at you. Is it reasonable for people to get upset at you because you're trying to be healthy? No. But is it reasonable for people to be upset at you for you changing 180 from your views before? Yeah, that's reasonable.
That obesity is a medical condition.
So body positivity and the fat acceptance movement was supposed to be all inclusive, you know, they're supposed to be like these loving people, but I'm being kicked out of it.
Going through, like,
Oh, what? Even fat people are getting left out of the body positive? That doesn't even make sense. What fucking kind of movement is this?
looked a little bit happier than I am now when life is supposed to be good, but I'm destroying myself by eating myself to death.
The body positivity community is now so toxic that even fat people are being excluded. I mean, just think about how f***ed up that is. And it doesn't even end there, because they are also actively attacking fat people that are pointing out the flaws in the movement, and they are terrorizing their own members when they decide to lose weight, even when they do so for serious medical reasons.
I am asking you to think critically about how your participation in diet culture may be harmful to other people.
I'm not body positive. Chris is saying I'm not body positive because I'm on Weight Watchers. Like, because I'm having health issues and I'm trying to lose weight, that's not body positive?
Yeah, the only thing she got right here is the line harmful to other people, because that's exactly what she's doing. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, the irony of telling people to not lose weight even when they are struggling with serious health issues, and then say that those people are actually causing harm to others for trying to lose weight and save themselves.
Yeah, this is the shame, insult, and guilt that Activism uses, and this movement uses the exact same way. Just because you're skinny and you have this skinny privilege, you know, you don't understand my plight and things like that.
This is absolute madness, and it's everything that is wrong with social media, and more precisely, what's wrong with TikTok, because this seems to be really flourishing over there. If you're on TikTok and are struggling with weight loss or self-confidence about your body, chances are you are getting bombarded with body positivity content, and even more dangerously, positive reinforcement on your bad eating habits, on gaining weight, and on adopting an overall unhealthy lifestyle, which has ended up hurting millions of people and is seriously messing with teenagers' minds.
So personally, I experienced a lot of praise for being fat, for being overweight and embracing myself, but I personally wasn't happy. I don't enjoy being this size. I don't enjoy being overweight. It became so confusing because on a daily basis, literally like an hourly basis, I was receiving so much positive feedback. You're amazing, you're this, you're that. But it didn't sit right with me, and it made it like doubly difficult for me to recognize that what I was doing was not helping me.
So clearly this new form of body positivity.
Yeah, for women, that hive mindset when everybody's telling you something, even though you know yourself there's something off about it, at least they still seem to go with it.
Has become a toxic nightmare, heavily focusing on denying medical facts and promoting obesity. So if you think that this is actually hurting a lot of people, then drop a like and comment on the video to help show more people what's actually going on.
Yep.
Now, one more thing that we need to discuss,
I'll put a link down below for this guy's video.
Fat activism is defining what being fat actually is. Because more and more people are saying that the most famous plus size model on the planet, Ashley Graham, is not plus size at all, and that fat people, or larger bodies as they say, are oppressed, that nobody wants to date them, and that fat people lose out on.
Wait. Did it just say Graham is not fat and the fatter people than her are saying they're being oppressed? What the fuck?
Job opportunities. But is that really what's going on here? Because the last time I checked, Tess is the most successful artist at the moment, and I'm pretty sure she got there while being very, very overweight.
She was.
So what's going on here, and what is it?
I mean, she was attacked for losing the weight too, so.
To be fat. Well, here we have Eugenia Cooney. I think we can all agree that this is clearly unhealthy, and that this person is anorexic. Now on the other side of the spectrum is obesity, and again, this is way too much fat in pretty much every single place. So now that we've got the two extremes figured out, it's easy to fill in the middle with very skinny, normal, chubby or fat, and plus size. Now between normal and obese, you can literally find tens of millions of sexy and successful people that almost everybody would want to work with, date, meet, hang out with. So where is the oppression actually happening? Well, it's simple. Ironically, all those angry fat people that are saying that not all fat people are the same and not all fat people are lazy or unhealthy, they are completely missing their own point. Because yes, it's true, not all fat people are the same. Take these 3 fat girls for instance. One of these clearly looks more healthy, more positive, and more dateable. And that's not because she's skinny, it's because of her skin, her facial structure, her hair, her attitude, and her energy. So all of those play a far more important role than just the number on the scale, as long as you're not obese. Because people like Tess Holiday, Lizzo, and hundreds of fat influencers are always saying, I'm healthy, I have no mobility issues, my tests show no
Fucking
diabetes
liars.
or any blood problems. Well, there are 2 reasons for this. One, it's social media, so obviously many people are just lying to you. We've seen plenty of fake vegans, fake rich kids, and even fake terminally ill kids. So yeah, don't be surprised if the majority of these fat activists are simply lying about their actual health problems to keep their community and to build a bigger platform that is also providing them with millions of dollars. So clearly, there's a major incentive to lie here. However, for the ones that are telling the truth and are not suffering from any disease or symptoms, and thus have perfect test results, for those, there's a very simple explanation.
Now here's the problem with having a fatty liver. The symptoms don't occur right away. They take many years because the fat can then obstruct certain things in the liver, like the mitochondria, that then lead to inflammation, that then leads to insulin resistance, and then more insulin, more fat, and then scar tissue.
You see, in a lot of these cases, these test results that they are referring to simply cannot detect serious damage until it's too late. Your liver needs to be almost completely destroyed to start showing up in test results, and as long as your pancreas can keep up with the insane high demand for insulin, you might just appear to be perfectly fine. So it's very easy for fat activists to say that they are fine and that there's no danger of being obese, since it will take many years, several decades even, for real problems to show up. Especially if you are still in your early teens, then you might not experience any health problems until you're in your late 30s or 40s. However, the mobility problems and everyday practicality problems are far more obvious, and they will hit you very quickly. So it's very strange to me that they are pretending as if there are no problems with being extremely fat or morbidly obese, since we can all tell that if you had to walk around with a 20 or 30 pound backpack all day, your life will be f***ing hell. When you hear someone say this type of in their 30s.
You know, I've already lived a lot of life, trust me. And if I were to die tomorrow, I wouldn't regret it.
Then you should really question if you feel the same way and if you're willing to die at 30 or 40 years old. You see, there's nothing wrong with being a bit chubby or a bit outside of the spectrum of what is defined as being in shape, but there's a huge problem with being 50, 100, or 150 pounds overweight and pretending as if health problems are just some marketing trick. This was the
How was that, Chow? It definitely not the greatest to choke down. So I don't understand why the body positivity movement is the way it is, because there's quite a bit of influencers now that have said, yeah, they're unhealthy. They had to go through major surgeries to fix their health. And I guess once people are in a certain camp, they really are on that camp and they don't really want to fix themselves in any way. So when someone in that camp starts fixing themselves, it makes them look bad. And I think that's why they seem to attack the others. So please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. It's chow time.